Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Namaste. Jai Shankar, Namaste. Welcome to Satsang. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. So you're all in the spiritual path in different levels. So we embrace every one of you. Whatever level you're in, you're here sitting in front of Arunachala. So we embrace everyone at different levels. It's totally okay. Because even to come to the first level also, it's a very rare opportunity. So we welcome you. Because remember, if you're in the first few baby steps in kindergarten, remember that this is the highest endeavor. All the great masters talk about the highest endeavor, this highest endeavor, which is getting yourself totally free, total freedom, so that you can enhance the world. There's no other way you can do seva to the world if you feel that I must do some seva. There's no other way you can do seva until you become enlightened, until you become free. So that's what we are all about right now in this few days for month of satsangs. We have only few days left, so please pay attention. If you are come for the first time, please continue to come, because it's such a vast subject, and we are putting it to you as the simplest way possibly can. That's Shambhu's way, through this vehicle. So, but keep coming, because you can't get everything in one day, in one satsang, no? And also the infinite grace transmissions benefit you tremendously to release you from all the kleshas, from your being, your different chakras carrying heavy loads of burdens for past life karmas and vasanas, which is impressions of the past. All of that gets cleared out to a certain extent from the feedback I've gotten for the past 8 years we've been doing this. Tremendous benefit, tremendous upliftment, tremendous inspiration, guidance, everything, serenity, calm, everything comes out of that. So just like you all went to work all these years, or whatever you're doing, you worked and strived and strived and strived. You were striving for that. You like to strive for that, but you don't want to strive for enlightenment. Now what can we do? So today, if you're in the path, first thing, important thing is stop complaining. Stop complaining about anything, because always remember that which is presenting in your life as we speak today, yesterday, day before yesterday, which irked you, which frustrated you, whatever it is for your own evolving. And if you have, like we talked in the previous satsangs, have God first thing in the morning, you get up, midday, end of the day, beginning of your life, middle of your life, end of your life. Have God the whole time as your friend, as your divine father, mother, whatever. However you want to relate to God, super consciousness, whatever it is, please relate, please communicate, please become intimate with that conscious entity. Because that's very important, no? Because you're going to, it's a pretty rare path, so you're going to get ups and downs and all that, because God is clearing you out. But remember that every time the clearing happens, it's for your own good. And secondly, He is always holding our hands. He's always holding your hand and telling you, darling, I'm here. But we don't see it because we are not consciously living. There comes the conscious living, right? To a certain extent we are consciously living, but are you every time holding God's feet in one hand and transacting in the other? Because you have to do the transacting. Even when I'm telling you drop your doership, the doing happens till the day you die. This one is doing this, that, Sometimes seems like all kinds of nonsense, But you just play the role beautifully, don't become the role. Is that difficult? It's easy peasy. You play the role beautifully, don't become the role, because God, every manifestation has been given a little role. You don't have to say, what is the purpose of my life? I must stick to my purpose. Just switch to purposelessness. That is the total freedom. The moment you switch to purposelessness, you are totally free, sailing in the ocean of God's love. And that's a beautiful space to be, sailing in the ocean of God's love. Where that came from, I do not know. From Him. So pay attention. It's just take baby steps. Pay attention, take only baby steps, right? Because everybody's prarabdha is their own. You don't have to be worried about their prarabdhas. Prarabdha means past life karmas. So according to the karmas, your life is going to play out. But if you're in the path and you tell God, listen, my only intention is to be free. Okay? Once you tell Him that and you're staunch in that, you want to stick to that, don't move this way, that way, then He's going to lift you up. And then He will drop you like a hot potato. Also. Because that's when He tests you and say, oh, you are come for this enlightenment bit. We'll see how much you love me. Do you love me more than everything in this world? All this illusory freaking world? Do you love me more than that? Then you say, yes, absolutely, my Lord, or whatever you may call that form. Because sometimes you love a form, right? So you love a form. The other day somebody said, who is God? And asked him, do you love any kind of form? He said, Shiva. So the form of Shiva. It's all only one Parabrahman, one consciousness, which pervades as different forms according to your likes and dislikes. See, Hinduism is vast because God has created all of this, hundreds of gods and everything, to just give all of His children. You like this one? You like Ganesha with the tarshak? Okay, you can have him. You like Murugan with the flying on the peacock? Okay, you can have that. No problem. So Sadashiva is always in the background, conducting our lives. If only you can be humble to receiving that. Because we talked about humility, right? The prerequisites. You have to be that's why it's so important, folks. Humility is so important. So if there is a little bit of pride, please witness. Please witness and drop it. Because if you want to be one with God, see the Shastras say, you're a sadhaka till the day you die. Doesn't matter, you're a master, you're the greatest, whatever. You're a sadhaka till the day you die. Because if you want to merge with the infinite, we're just finite beings, but we have the infinite within us. So to merge with the infinite, you have to simply give up everything, tear down everything till there is nothing left except the self. And then what do? We talked about this several times. Then what do? Once you've torn down everything, and there's only the self and you, what do you do from that moment onwards? I need some help. Yes.
You trust that God is with you.
Yes.
You're right there walking with God.
Very good. You trust that God is with you, she said, and you're walking with God. But also you live in the moment. Living in the moment, in the present moment, is so absolutely needed for the path of enlightenment. Because then you are focusing only in the moment, no? You're not focusing on what happened yesterday, if that's water under the bridge. Okay, some situation happened yesterday, it's so frustrating, right? So what do? If you're so frustrated, because the vasanas will come up. You're habitually getting frustrated for everything, so the vasanas will come up and say, oh, I'm going to get some frustration her way. Now what do? Simply witness. Because just be one thing very important in the path, don't be judgmental on yourself. Be very kind and compassionate. Be very kind and compassionate. What is the big hurry? First, once you get the basics, once you get the foundation, absolutely perfectly, understanding the supreme knowledge, then you can float away in that ocean of bliss. Like Ramana says, the ocean of bliss is nothing to be got. It is already within you. You are that ocean of bliss here and now, Satchidananda. See, the moment you say Satchidananda, something awakens within you. It's like so profound. Because why? Because the little self recognizes that immensity within you. That's Satchidananda. It recognizes that you are that immensity. You are that beauty. All the time you were there, you have just forgotten because all the other lifetimes you were dancing around, frolicking in the park. You didn't take life seriously in the sense, come to enlightenment. When I say seriously, it's not like, it's not like that. See, life is filled with joy. Every situation, you kind of laugh it off and you're filled with joy then. Oh, well, just something happened now. This guy wanted to slap my face. Okay. You don't have to show the other cheek. Because you have your own immensity within you. So be humble, but don't show the other cheek and say, you know what, I appreciate your feedback, but I don't really need to listen to you. Do you have the guts to do that? Because there are some people who want to please everybody. You can't please the whole world, folks. You can't please the whole world. The other day I was in the beginning of the sessions before it even started, I wasn't feeling, the body wasn't, I cannot say I was not feeling well, because I'm always well. The body wasn't feeling up to par. So my very good friend, who's psychic and all that, she says, Sharada, you're not here to save the world. You're here to hold the light. I said, oh, that's like, thanks for the responsibility, You don't have to save the world, but hold the light, So every moment you letting go, Sharanagati. What did we talk yesterday? 3 S's. Anybody? Samyama. Very good, very good. Who said equanimity? Yes. Very good. Serenity, and finally surrender. Sharanagati. So isn't that beautiful? Just those 3 things, you can just go so deep. Equanimity, samyama, equanimity and restraint. Very good. I'm so happy. You made my day. I can end satsang now and I'll be happy. Because if few people remember, no? Because if you don't remember and you give me that feedback, how can I go deeper? I can't, no? So samyama, equanimity. See, if you cannot have equanimity, then you cannot be a master of yourself. Every time the ego mind comes to sabotage you, you'll fall down. And you'll say, gosh, this is so terrible. This is happening to me. Where's the master? Who is the master? You have to go fall down every time the ego is giving you a sabotage or it's taking you for a ride. You have to bungee jump. Oh my, I'm so afraid of heights and this and that. You have to bungee jump. Just bungee jump. Imagine you're bungee jumping. Don't even have to go bungee jumping. You know what I mean? The inner renunciation is bungee jumping only. Inner renunciation, you think it's so easy that I'm talking about. Oh, do inner renunciation. It's so freaking difficult. Right? Because you have to completely clean out your closets. And then all these ghosts are coming out of your closets and you're thinking, oh my God, where have these guys been all my life? They're all coming out slowly because all this time we did not do what? Conscious living. They were all there hiding behind in your closet and saying, we can still have a way with her life and we can still have a place to live in the closet. They're all hiding there. They're having a party by themselves because, all your vasanas, they're having a party. Swami is cracking up. Like I told you, one of the students said, oh no, Ma, I just didn't realize I had so many ghosts in my closet. Oh my God, I feel so bad. I said, don't feel bad. Today is your day. Today is your day. Let them all come out. Oh, but I feel so bad to look in because there may be a lot of them. I said, that's okay. You keep looking. You keep looking. You want me to sit till the end of satsang? I'm with you. Sit down, So he wasn't really in a pickle because he had no idea. But then he was so cleaned out that day. It was just like, And the same person, we had a 2-day retreat. And he was laughing so much. He said, oh, Ma, stop it. I'm not doing I was not doing anything. I said a few words, something, and he said, oh my God. Because he was feeling so foolish for wasting all this time, this precious year as a doctor and everything, very erudite, very thing, I've done all kinds of things in his life. And, he started laughing, and I'm sure he's watching as well. And it was the most beautiful feedback for me, for this Ma, And then he was sitting very close, so I took my big toe and I kind of touched his knee, and he just was in a fit. He says, oh Ma, stop it, Oh my goodness. So how does that happen? How does that happen? Because something within you is cleared out. All the burden, all the hardships that you've been carrying, these burdens. I have to be this doctor, the best doctor there's ever been, best dentist, best CEO, whatever. You're carrying all these burdens. You're not playing the role beautifully, not becoming the role. You've become the role. You have adopted all of those things, kleshas, and you're sitting there with, how can you ever interact with people as a flow? You want to flow in your life. Whatever you're doing, it's no problem. Ramana didn't say, everybody come and sit on the mountain. He says, no, don't leave your families. Stay with your families. Stay with everything. I'm still with my family, but I'm absolutely aloof. Inner renunciation. Anytime they want me, I'm there. The rest of the time, I'm nowhere to be found. Meaning I'm physically maybe there, my body, but I'm nowhere to be found. That's where your peace comes. That's where the ocean of bliss comes. That's where you can keep, drawing from that immensity. Can you believe? Can you believe that that is possible for you? Yeah, it is possible. It is very much there as this divine, I don't know. Everything you ever wanted in your life, everything you ever wanted in your life you will be manifesting it. Because why? Why is that? Because that want has dropped off. When I say that everything you wanted in your life, at one time you wanted this and this. Then you come to this state, what I'm talking about, where everything is dropped. You've toned down everything. Every desire, every want, everything is toned down. You're in samyama, you're in surrender, you're fine. You're in supreme serenity. Then simply you start manifesting whatever you need. Simply it comes to you. Why? Why does it come? Anybody? Very good. Because nothing is in the way, she said. For the Zoomers, they have to listen. Nothing is in the way, and because you do not want those particular things, right? Your desires have dropped. Everything has dropped. You are a free bird, just floating in the air, like flying in the air. Have you seen birds sitting on the branches? Are they relying on the branches? What are they relying on? Very good. Good, Alfred. Wings. So they're not relying on the branches, and suddenly the branches fall. You think they're going to fall? No. They're going to fly away. They say, ha, ha, ha. The branches, oh, you thought you were smart. I'm smarter than you. And it just flies away. The bird just flies away. Can you be like that? Can you fly away from any freaking situation that God puts your way? That's what He's waiting. He wants to see you like the bird. No? Can you fly away and have a big laugh at this huge situation, this challenge, confrontation, everything has happened, and you're just like broken, bones broken, hands broken, fractures, or you just flew away like the bird? So going back to the gardeners, we were talking now, a couple of satsangs back. Two gardeners making their bed of vegetable garden. It's all only an analogy. So how is your bed of spiritual garden? Are you pulling out all the weeds? Are you pulling out all the weeds every single moment, every single day? No, you're doing your busy thing, right? You're at work, you're doing all your busy things. Suddenly you get a few minutes break. That's conscious living. You have to be very conscious. Okay, it's been 2 minutes since I checked my garden. Initially, abhyasa, practice. Let me check my garden. There's only 2 minutes. Okay, it's been 2 minutes or it's been 5 minutes. Because what happens is when you start consciously living like that, every 3 minutes, because you're holding God's feet in one hand, you say your mantra in one hand. Somebody suggested that, Ma, I feel like, is it right? Did I hear you right? You said hold God's feet in one hand and transact in the other. And so I'm thinking like whether I can say my mantra, in the action of holding God's feet. I said absolutely. A mantra has been given out to the group. If it comes again, I will give out to this group. I don't know. It's not coming today. So you just recite the mantra. You just say Om Namah Shivaya or any mantra. Constantly that mantra, it purifies, no? Simply say you can do, I can't be bothered about doing all that she's telling me to do. It's boring. Then you just simply say the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I don't feel like doing anything she tells me, but I want freedom. How is that easy peasy way? You want it all easy. Say the mantra. Om Namah Shivaya. I'll give you another one later. You're not ready. So that is so Brahmandam, right? It's filled with the supreme beauty. The entire universe resides in that Panchakshara. Om Namah Shivaya. Even just reciting Arunachala's name in the chant when they run the chant in the beginning, I'm so afraid to go. I have to be the few minutes in silence. So that became a ritual kind of. But when you go deep and simply listen to the chant also, you're completely gone. Everything that is you, the little self, cannot reside in that space. And that just topples down, right? And then your supreme reality emerges like this beautiful lotus, blooming like this beautiful lotus. So many of you are blooming so beautifully. That's all there is, folks. There is nothing more important in this world other than your own freedom, your own enlightenment. Is there anything more important? Kiko? Good. What about you, Pavani? Is there anything more important? Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting yourself in the line of fire. It's Arunachala, right? I mean, he's doing everything. And sometimes if you can go deep into silence, you'll feel like running out sometimes. You'll feel bored, you'll feel this, all this. But you know what? It's good. Because all of the kleshas, the debris is coming out to be released. So initially when you're starting your meditations, I said 3 times a day. You haven't been meditating 3 times a day, but it's okay. You're saying, okay, she's saying something, blah, blah, to meditate 3 times. Let me just give it a try. Even if it's 15-20 minutes in the morning, another 15-20 minutes in the afternoon and night. Night, make it a little bit longer, because your whole night's sleep will be much better, and you'll be clearing out all your kleshas, because you're getting in touch with the Supreme Consciousness in the night. So you'll have a very peaceful sleep, and when you get up in the morning, your morning meditation will be very good. So what I was actually going to say is, when you're meditating in the beginning, initially, you're sitting for meditation, and you're not used to meditation, all of these kleshas will come out. All of those things, your vasanas, your habitual things, The mind will tell you, what are you trying to do? This is, after all, you're going to sit for 15 minutes. What are you going to get out of it? You're not going to get any benefit out of it. The mind will come up with a trillion entertainments. And at that time, it will be a little bit difficult for you, but you have to just say sorry. You have to tell the ego, I've given you the pink slip. What are you still doing here? Disturbing. Then you slowly become the master. You're sitting in your own mandasanam, in your own throne. So long the ego has sat in your throne and conducting your life. How do you like that? And did you even have any idea who was conducting your life? You and you alone are the most important. You and you alone are the ones who are responsible for your life. And when you come to the total Sharanagati and you come to the total saying that, God, take my life and make it whatever you wish. All glory be to Thee, O Lord. To Thee, O Lord, do I surrender my whole life. May Thy will be done. How beautiful is that prayer? It's by David Hawkins, Dr. David Hawkins. In the beginning, I was reading all of his books, because my Swamiji was here. I was missing him so much, and I would grab on any guru I could get hold of. I said, okay, I need out of here, So he was a very elderly person, and I met him in Sedona, and, he fell in love with me, I fell in love with him. He just said, where are you from, dear? And he kept doing this. There were 300 people, So we waited in the last to go and get his darshan. We said, let all the people go first. My friend who took me said, Sharada, would you mind waiting? Like we can go at the end, so at least we can, we bought a book, Discovery of the Nature of God or something. So I wanted to get its signature. And so we went, and then my friend was, I think, doing a video or something. So he got some great pictures of him doing this to me, like this. Many times, 3 times, 4 times, saying, where are you from, dear? And I didn't say Tiruvannamalai. I said, I'm from Phoenix. At that time, we were. And my friend said, why didn't you say from Thiru and you're from Ramana and all that? The ego wasn't there. I just said, I'm from wherever I came, But he already knew, He already knew, and he was so gentle towards me and everything. It was so beautiful. So you see, that prayer came from him. So in the beginning, when I was in a lot of literally jeopardy with my body, surgeries and all that, I used to say that prayer. That's why it stuck in my mind, in my heart. I used to say that prayer every single day, like, 50, 100 times. All glory be to Thee, O Lord. Not glory to me, glory to Thee, O Lord. I surrender my whole life. May Thy will be done. If you can say this in your own words, you're done. It's a done deal. You're finished. There's nothing more. Nothing left. Happy? See how soon you can come to that oneness. In few satsangs. Because you were open. You thought you were closed, but you opened up so fast. Because that was the orchestration. You were supposed to come here. The meeting had to happen, and you had to open up. Even though they said, don't do stories with Ma when you're going to meet her. He said, I'm closed. I love that. What? Because of Arunachala's grace. Coming through maybe, I don't know, but. Huh? Yes, they want you to use the microphone and say what you said.
I just said that this openness is out of your grace, and you are the same what Arunachala is. And for me it's great blessing. I am so grateful. I am so grateful.
And so are you all. You're all Arunachalas as well. There's no difference between you and I. Absolutely none whatsoever. Because I see only that, no? I see all your radiant faces as Arunachalas only. So this is your chance. You just come to that state of being where you are that Arunachala, you are that mountain. Then what happens is, even if you see it as the form of a mountain, then you dip into that formlessness. That's where you're saying you're both same, right? That formlessness, there's no energy difference, there's no difference in form. You merge and become one. And if God is so God, it's not an if. God is so compassionate all the time, right? He doesn't say Oksana is really good and this one is really not so good. She still has to. He treats everybody the same. I love you. I love you. I love you. So when God can be like that, if you can be little gods on earth, how beautiful will that be? Even if one person met you one day and you were compassionate, you were kind, you gave of yourself completely in that one moment, what would happen to that person? That's all was done that day with you. One moment, if you gave yourself completely, for one moment forget about you, and that person wanted some help, and you gave yourself completely to that person, how evolved she would be. She may not ever see you again, you may not ever cross the satsangs again, I don't know. But if you're impacted even a little bit, I've done my job. All of the San Diego people and around USA also have been just sticking around. So most important is to stick around in the satsangs, come to the satsangs. We have all kinds of YouTube videos on the YouTube, which all my Seva team have, tremendously, diligently put together. So it's not that when we leave here at the end of the month that we're all finished. I'm always connected to you. The moment I meet you one time, you're never away from my heart. I may forget your name because there's some complicated names, but I never forget your face. So Chris Glick here, I don't usually say names, but he has done incredible work, Seva, on the YouTube videos. He's posting them diligently. Even if I forget, he says, Ma, can I post this video? I'm already working on it. So it's not that you don't have, and there's transmissions. There's one video on only the transmission, and many people have watched only the transmission, has evolved so much. I mean, we have more than 2 million views, which is not much these days. But we're a small group. We are not like all like the big gurus or anything like that. But little small droplets from the ocean, from the ocean of grace, Arunachala. So make use of all of that, Those people who have gone back. And Jürgen, is it Jürgen? So Jürgen, I love you. Thank you for watching the Zooms. Thank you for all the emails. I will reply to you. I'll get your email from Chris and I'll reply to you. So thank you for everybody who's come and gone back and already watching the Zooms, already watching the YouTube videos, and they're very, very happy with it. So all of that can continue. It's not that I'm physically away from you. That's not a problem at all. Just you have to keep in touch. Otherwise, what can I do? If you keep in touch, then I'm in touch with you. It's not a problem at all. Okay? So any other questions pertaining to what we're talking about right now? Any other questions? Yes.
Is there any special daily sadhana practice you recommend for your students?
Can you put it closer? I'm not able to hear her.
Is there any special sadhana daily practice you recommend for your students? I already understood that there is 3 times meditation. If there anything else, and if there any formal sadhana you did by yourself, and maybe continue doing.
Right. Thank you. Thank you so much. She's asking if there's any formal sadhana other than the 3 times meditation. The 3 times meditation is very important, and the sadhana is what we have talked about in the satsangs. You were here for more than a couple, right? So all that we have talked about, first the prerequisites. You have to practice that, right? The prerequisites, like humility, letting go, dropping your name and form. That's a lot of homework, okay? And then if you go to the YouTube videos, there is one on prerequisites. So if you've forgotten some of the words, you can go back to prerequisites, and it's a lot of homework, yeah. So in the beginning, okay, so do that, and do all that we have talked about in the satsang, like the 3 S's. Practice that, and then conscious living. You practice conscious living, and then you come to the super conscious living. So conscious living is when you are very aware of every moment what you're doing. Super conscious living is when you are understand the supreme knowledge, and you know that she said Shiva and Arunachala are one. You know that Arunachala, or the divine consciousness, or the supreme reality, is conducting your life at every moment. Knowing that, understanding that this is what is happening, period. Whether I am experiencing it or not, I know that's the true knowledge. With that knowledge, when you conduct yourself, that is super consciousness. You understand? So that's super consciousness. So that's a lot of homework, right? So that's a lot of sadhana. So that's the sadhana you do, and then you do the 3 times practicing of the meditation, and increase the timings. So I would like, at least even for the beginners, to come to 1 hour per day. Per sitting. So 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour in the afternoon, 1 hour in the evening. And many of the folks who started with that 1 hour came up to 5 to 6 hours. Because why? They were diligent in the path. They wanted it. They wanted freedom like yesterday, right? So then what should you do? Can I come and get you freedom? No. You have to increase your meditations. Because what is important? What is the most important thing in your life? Your freedom, no? Your freedom. So if that is most important, what should you be doing? Conducting your life in such a way that this is the most important part of my life right now. Yeah, I go there for a little bit and I do some work, I have to make some money, I have to put the bread on the table, whatever the situation is. It's totally okay. You know what I mean? So that will be your sadhana pretty much. Okay? Any other questions on this?
If I understand the Indian context, freedom is conviction at some point. So whether you call it conviction or whether you say it in another way, would you say more about freedom, Ma?
You want me to say more about freedom?
Yes.
More than what I've already said? Thank you, life. Thank you. What can I say? Freedom is everything. When you drop the little self, right, and you have dropped everything and you have toned down everything except the real true self is available to you, and from that moment you are living only in the moment, only in the present moment, that is total freedom. So I say that's total freedom. Then I get this terrible situation, right? I'm not saying I'm just giving an analogy. Suppose you get a terrible situation in your life. You're simply going to witness it. You know that you're not in the wrong, but you've been accused of something. You're simply going to witness it and simply surrender to God. Even if you have to go to jail for that, you're not bothered. That is freedom. Even if you have to go to jail because of your prarabdha karma, the past lifetime karmas, you might have to go to serve for a few days or something, and then you surrender it and you say, okay, Shambhu, whatever is your will, I'm going through, because you're only purifying me and bringing me to that state where I can merge with you. Then you sit in the jail for 2 days, you're supposed to be there for a month. Then the second day or third day, somebody comes and says, hey, you life, come out. And you say, oh, I thought I was supposed to be there. No, you can go today. How does that happen? That's freedom. Because of your Sharanagati, that's freedom. That could happen, those kind of things. So every part of your life, every challenges in your life, you're released, but it depends on how much you're holding on to the challenge. How much you're holding on to, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm live and they're sending me to jail and I'm supposed to keep quiet about it, That's where the ego comes up first and says, you're so good, you are wearing the spiritual shawl, and then what the heck, you have to go to jail? Like, you've been conducting your life so beautifully, but there was one little teeny tiny prarabdha, past life karmas, that has to be taken care of, and God is holding your hand all the time. One time this happened to me. So suppose you're supposed to lose something, you'll come close to losing. You'll go through all the emotions. So when you're sitting in the jail, you're going through all the emotions. Oh my God, I'm in jail, which I never expect. I can't believe I'm in jail. Oh my goodness, So that emotion of really you being in jail for 1 month or 2 months or 2 years, your prarabdha was like 5 years in jail. But because you've conducted your life so beautifully and went for enlightenment, went for freedom, it went only for 2 days. See what I'm saying? So one time I bought a Acura car, which was a really beautiful golden car for Mother's Day. So I was doing the Bally's fitness center that time, I had to go because of my health reasons. So I was going, to the fitness center. So I parked my car. Then the fitness center, they have these little cubicles where you keep all your precious, your car keys and your towel. And I was doing this, water yoga or something. And anyway, so I came out after that and showered and everything, and I'm going to look at my cubicles, and I cannot find where the place I had kept it. It was not the place. The thing was completely gone, empty. And I just literally got a heart attack. I said, oh my God, the first thing, what will my husband say? He just bought me a brand new car. He said, you went and lost the car? Excuse me, I bought you. You wanted a golden car? You wanted Acura? I got you that. It's more like he wanted it, I said, doesn't matter to me, any car. Something that I can drive. So I was just, I said, oh my God, I don't know what. I was just like, really, really lost it. And then 2 or 3 ladies said, okay, ma'am, what are you searching for? I said, I'm searching for my keys and my cubicles, but I thought it was here. And then, anyway, to make the story short, one of the other girls said, oh, do you have this like orange towel? And even at that time I had orange. So anyway, she said, this one. I said, oh my God. See, so my karma was to lose the car. Because anybody can get the thing and click, the new things, beep, beep, beep. And then, oh, there's the beep car. I got a free car today. Free car. But because of the good deeds and saying, God, I want freedom, I don't want anything else, I'm not attached to the new car, I'm not attached to anything. But that moment, that emotion was so strong, because I said, really, what am I going to tell him? That I go, say, hello, honey, yeah, I'm in the Bally's Fitness Center, can you come and pick me up? What the heck happened to the freaking car? So that's what I'm saying. So that's freedom. So when you just really, and then when I came and said the car, I'm not even able to start the car, I'm just like shaking, Then I just said, oh, this is a beautiful gift from God, and this car didn't get stolen, So anyway, I had to just, I relate that to you so that you know what true freedom is. So in spite of all of this emotional turbulence, when the inner being of yourself, you're witnessing the turbulence, okay? I'm not saying, oh, you will be in samyama and, you won't, nothing will happen. You can't, you're a human being still, living on this earth. So you're going to have your emotions, you're going to have your turbulences. But then you will say, finally, when you're witnessing it, you'll say, oh, I'm free. What does it matter? Even if the car went, it doesn't really matter. Because I am still here. And my Shiva is still here with me. He's conducting my life. He's taking care of me. He's filling me with compassion, serenity, love. What else do I need? Okay. Thank you so much for that question. Beautiful question. Any other questions? This is very tempting.
I'm touched with your words, but in past I have so-called or kind of many good chances in past, but at the last moment I
What
didn't
happened?
let it go, didn't
didn't
let it
go.
happen,
Okay,
or I
okay.
escape or whatsoever,
Right.
then later I regret.
You regretted it?
Ah.
Okay, that's very good. Why,
Yeah.
you know why? Because you recognize you regretted it.
Yeah, but it's too many times and for a long time.
What can I do? You have to say, like, look, Kiko, it's too many times. Okay, so next time when it comes, you got to be a little bit stronger. You have to have a little bit more courage, right? But I'm saying, I'm with you, right? Okay, I'm on your side. You may not be on your side right now, but I'm on your side. Because even if it's 20 times regrets, 30 times regrets, it's okay, because at the end of that you're regretting, you're recognizing the regret, you're recognizing and witnessing the regret and said, darn it, I did it like 10 times, I'm still regretting it, right? So next time what you have to do, a little bit more strength, release that beautiful courage from you and say, oh, and take longer time to witness it. You see, when you're saying, like, I got these beautiful opportunities, but I didn't really take up upon it. So next time what you do, when you get that opportunity, don't quickly make the decision.
But it's about, though it's about to happen, then I could.
Right. So next time what Kiko has to do, have been more strong and say, oh, wait, catch it, like right there. Oh, what, do you expect me to come and release your battle for you? No, I'll not do that. But you will be supported. You just have to tune into this one, tune into Arunachala. You will have complete 100% support. That's another way that you can do it. You can just hold on to God's feet in one hand and say, please, at least this time, let me not regret it one more time. Okay, very good, very good. Any other questions? Thank you for the flowers. Ready for the transmission? I've already told you this last time. Don't run out of the studio. Because when the transmission is happening, everybody individually, it's happening for you according to your karmas and everything. So sometimes it will be very difficult if there's a major vasana to be released. You'll just be like jittery or something. So just be very patient. Hang on to your chairs, literally for dear life, and you'll be okay. You'll survive. Don't worry. You'll be better than ever afterwards. We are going to play a little song, bhajan. Today is Divine Mother's Day, so yeah, thank you. Divine Mother's Day, so Mother Saraswati today also. Just 1 second, Chris. So the Mother Saraswati is the Divine Mother for knowledge. So we are doing Sharanagati to her, because here we are seeking knowledge of the Supreme Reality. So we are doing the Sharanagati to her. So Veda Mata, she is, the mother of the Vedas, and she is the mother of divinity, of the fine arts and everything. She is the mother. So we are prostrating at her lotus feet to bestow upon us all of the knowledge that we need for full enlightenment and freedom, emancipation. Thank you. Sit comfortably. Take in a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that does not serve you. Deep inhalation, taking a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping even further that which does not serve you. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything and just being, not being this or that, just being, relaxing in your own Supreme Reality. Slowly come out. Don't open your eyes yet. Take in a gentle breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that came up to be released. Everything that does not serve you, please drop. Take in a gentle breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping even further that which does not serve you in the path of realization. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything and just being, continuing to be in that altered state even though we are coming out. Refrain from speaking to each other. Try not to dissipate the energy when you walk out of the hall. Do everything in silence for the next few hours or for the rest of the day. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Take care of yourselves. Be very gentle on yourselves. Got a lot of clearing today. Whew. Hands were burning. Think of it like Arunachala scrubbing you and cleaning you, you know. It's such a blessing, it's such a grace. Unbelievable. Scrubbing and scrubbing, scrubbing away all of your kleshas, your dirt, How compassionate is he? How compassionate. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much.